Can an algorithm deliberately manufacture chaos? This week, we step off the safe ground into a chaotic shore. A troubling reality is emerging. Algorithmic manipulation is intentionally driving vulnerable teens towards self harm and violence to maximize engagement. We're asking, why are tech executives, the supposed adult authority, letting their platforms become so chaotic? We'll use virtue ethics to analyze this moral collapse, proving that the relentless pursuit of profit is a devastating betrayal of good judgment. This is the story of the signal fire extinguished, a deliberate choice to feed the beast of corporate greed, allowing tragic violence to take root among vulnerable teens. Join us as we prove that mandatory external regulation is the only way left to restore order. The ethical crisis in AI often focuses on data privacy, but the true danger lies in its power for algorithmic manipulation. The evidence is disturbing. Social media feeds intentionally push violent, self harm, and extreme content to minors, all because it generates more clicks. These algorithms are not just reflecting what users want, they're actively poisoning it. So, we'll analyze this moral collapse using virtue ethics, treating the social media world as a self governed digital island where civilization has given way to untamed wilderness. By examining the moral character of the tech giants, we can understand the full scope of their betrayal. Algorithmic manipulation is formally defined as the systematic exploitation of fine-grained behavioral data, designed to steer user choices towards corporate financial goals. The damage is magnified when it is directed at adolescents, who are highly vulnerable digital subjects because their brains and sense of identity are still developing. The data proves the malice. Research found that 70% of teenagers encountered real life violent content online in the past year alone, and a shocking 25% found it because social media platforms promoted it to them. When teens show interest in mental health, the system quickly shoves them down a path of increasingly extreme material. This damage is now a legal fact. Wrongful death lawsuits, such as the widely reported Nazario versus ByteDance case concerning a subway surfing fatality, directly claim that the platform's design features, which prioritize rage retention over user safety, are a direct cause of physical harm. The moral choice to continue this destructive design exists to feed the beast of corporate appetite. Let's pull back the curtain and look at this chaos through a personal lens. The digital island is behaving exactly like the island in Lord of the Flies. The adult authority has simply vanished. When I was teaching high school, I saw this moral collapse play out in real time. I had one student who was an edgy outcast, an avid gamer. Let's call him Jack. He came to me describing a feed flooded with videos of people dying. Later that day, my All American varsity player, the wholesome Ralph of the student body, told me he was seeing the exact same highly violent content. The systems, recognizing that they were both teenage boys, susceptible to risk taking and morbid curiosity, had drawn both my students into the same savage digital jungle. This isn't just random chance. My two students were being targeted by an algorithm that successfully exploited a shared and developing vulnerability. This is the tragic proof that the platform's moral compass has shattered, leading us to examine the ultimate betrayal of their ultimate purpose. Virtue ethics state that the goal of any moral agent is human flourishing. The main moral failure of social media is that its ultimate purpose is maximizing profit, which directly conflicts with the prosperity and mental growth of its vulnerable users. The most serious failure is the absence of practical wisdom. This is the virtue that allows for rational, long-term good decisions. It is the signal fire of civilization. The decision to keep using dangerous engagement algorithms, even after internal reports confirm the harm, is a failure to the whole system. Independent testing found that safety tools for teens were woefully ineffective, with over 60% receiving the worst rating. 20 different safety measures could be evaded in under 3 minutes. The moral agents chose the short-term profit hunt over long-term safety rescue. The corporation has abandoned the virtue of good judgment. The conversation about AI ethics is shifting from voluntary corporate virtue to mandatory regulations and enforcement. Legal challenges are increasing. The Third Circuit recently made a significant ruling that Section 230 did not immunize TikTok in a wrongful death claim because the For You algorithm actively curates and pushes content. This changes the legal view of the platform from a passive host to an active amplifier. Legislative efforts are also forcing change. The EU's Digital Services Act and US state laws are attempting to restrict engagement-based algorithms for minors and impose a duty of care. These external interventions are a direct attempt to fix a profound failure of corporate character. When the custodians of powerful technology fail to act as virtuous moral agents, external forces must step in to restore the discipline necessary for human flourishing. The decision makers who choose profit over human flourishing effectively let the signal fire die. The immense harm to adolescents, now proven through legal actions and scientific data, highlights the urgency of this crisis. As global conversation on AI ethics continues to move forward, this regulatory shift is a crucial acknowledgement that the time of self-policing is over. So what are your thoughts on imposing a duty of care on social media? Let us know in the comments below. Like or subscribe to join us next time as we continue to dissect the ethical cosmos of AI. Until then, keep exploring.